Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thank you very much for watching our earwax removal video today. If you've never come across our channel before, we post new earwax removal videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So if you do enjoy the video, then please consider subscribing. So we've got one patient in this video today, and you'll notice that the patient has some very hard, dry earwax. It's formed almost a wall in the ear canal. So quite an interesting one to watch. So we'll just go straight into the video. What you'll see here, this is the wall of wax I was talking about. So this patient's never had their ears cleaned out before. You've got a very dry, flat surface to the wax forming this little wall. Now, because it's so flat and so dry, the standard sort of Zollner tubes and things like that wouldn't get a good enough grip on this wax. So we're going to switch straight into the Jobson horn here. There's a little gap just at the entrance of the canal. So we're just working the Jobson horn into that gap, just pulling down on the wax then to draw it forwards. There we are. You can see how the wax is sort of folding out. You can see how tough this is and just how much pressure around to put onto the top of the wax to pull this out. It's starting to crumble away a little bit, just starting to fold forwards out of the canal there. You'll see the graying you can see on the camera there is just where the little hairs, those little cilia just in front of the camera. So it's because we're having to work on the outer part of the ear canal because the start of this wax is very close to the entrance of the canal. But as we go a bit deeper in, as you can see there, that the view clears up a little bit. So as we pull this forwards, you can see it's just starting to bend, starting to flick out of the canal a little bit. Thank you to everyone who's stuck with us over the last week or so. I know the videos are not coming as consistently as they normally would, with local lockdown affecting most of South Wales, which is where our clinics are based. It just means that obviously when we've got time to do them, we will put new videos up for you, but still keep bearing with us for a little bit. They're not, I think the restrictions are not due to be reviewed for another two weeks, I think. But myself, Mrs. B, the family are all safe, so we're all doing good. Thank you very much for everyone who was asking in the comments. You can see now we've managed to get this last little bit here, just folding this forward. As we fold the front section down, we're trying to get behind this wax then to pull this down. There we are. Ever so slowly teasing this out. You can see the lighter dry skin material there. Now you're just seeing as the back end of this wax lifts up, you'll just see the darker, much deeper color. So almost an ebony color coming through now. As we try and get behind that and pull this forwards. There we are. See it all starting to move. You've got that dry skin right there. Look, that big white layer and the wax, the dry wax attached to it. We've got rid of that. Look at the difference in color now. This much deeper, darker colored wax, very old wax. Wax, it oxidizes into the ear canal the longer it's left in there and dries out as well, which is why we've got these really dark chunks of wax coming away. So there we are. That whole section came away there. You can see all the bits of dry skin, the older wax further in as well. Let's take a look behind that. So we've cleared the ear canal. There's the eardrum, good light reflex. A few little flakes of dry wax and dry skin around the outside edge. We're just going to do a little bit of tidying up. Now, whenever we show videos showing these sort of very dry canals, that's why the wax is drying out and hardening as much as it is, because it's not sort of picking up the oil and things that would normally be secreted in the canal there just to keep everything nice and soft and keep it moving. But that also means that the skin becomes quite dry, so you get these little white lifts of skin. You can see them just in there. So we're just tidying some of the harder pieces of those up there, just getting them off the canal walls. But people always mention the color of the canal wall. It looks quite aggravated. This is actually quite a normal color. When you look at dry canals, it doesn't mean they're aggravated at all. It just is that drying of the skin there gives it this kind of pinkish hue, and the fact that you know, as it dries, it can feel a little bit itchy in there as well. So we would recommend a patient like this one would use a little bit of olive oil in there just to keep everything moisturized, keep that wax soft. So this is the patient's other ear. You can see exactly the same here. You can almost see as the wax is dried, we get these cracks forming down the front of it. So it's that tough. Those little red dots there, people may say, well, is that a little bit of blood or something that's dried? I don't think it is. I think it's just a little bit of probably fluff or cotton or something that's just got caught inside that wax. So as we pull this forward, you can see we've brought that whole front section there out. It's flicked this whole piece forwards. So just moving around now just to get a better view. Try and get behind this section that's come away. There we are, sheared off. We'll just get this out of the canal. We'll lift it up with the Zollner tube in a second so you can get a good look at it. There we are. So you can see that wax there. Little white layers around the outside edge of this kind of very dry skin material. There we are. It's come away nicely. If we take a look behind that now, we can see we've got another ball of wax here, which sheared off that front section. All the white material on the outside edge is very dry skin, sort of hard flakes of skin that have come away from the canal wall. So we're just kind of rolling this out. Very deep in color as well. This one again, very, very dark colored wax here. And if we look a little bit further in, now you can see we've got the back end of this wax. Look how far that's gone in. Look how deep it's gone. So very, very deep. So just in front of the eardrums, we're using the standard size Zollner tube here just to take that top section away. That's uncovered the top third of the eardrum there. And as we go in, we're just going to, you can see how it's embedded in a little valley. So we're just going to lift. It's very, very dry, so it's not really coming away. When the wax gets this sort of really dry consistency, it almost looks like there's little flecks of light shining from the wax. So what we've done here, we've popped a little bit of olive oil, and look at the difference this makes as the olive oil soaks into this wax. This has literally just gone in. And as we get a grip then, there we are. So it's coated the outer portion of that wax, allows the wax also to slide along the skin a lot more easily. So it lifts out of that valley really quickly. And then as you're kind of taking it away, it frees it up really, really easily then to remove. These little hard pieces now, we'll just hoover these up. There we go. And there's one last little dark piece you can see just to the top left corner. So we're just going to bend around, just there we go, just get that last little bit away. Now obviously we've got quite a lot of this very dry skin material here at the entrance. We'll just suction those away, just take this away with the Zollner tube here. You can see those flakes of skin and how they form there, so just peeling that off. Absolutely lovely gent, really, really lovely guy that came through. Just peeling all of this away. There we go. And just hoovering these last few pieces up. There we are. Last little bit. And we'll take a look at the eardrum. Eardrum itself looks absolutely perfect. Patient can hear a lot better after this. Look at the pieces we removed. You can see these really dark black colors. We've got this sort of lighter material there, which is the skin material. You've got these kind of, you can see just how dry and how angular all these pieces are as well. So we've got 5 centimeters there. Oh my goodness. I could go underneath the camera. Inch and 3/4. I'm going to go with that one. So let's go back to the normal view in a minute. So what you can see there is very, very dry wax, really common with these kind of dry skin issues. Lovely chap, sat through all of that, didn't moan once. Perfect patient to sit through and do that with, but looks really healthy. We removed that there, so absolutely fantastic. Don't forget guys, if you did enjoy the video, then please give us a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already, then please consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the bell so you get a notification every time we post new videos. What I will do is I will try and get another video at Wednesday if we possibly can, depending on what's happening with clinic, but if you can, bear with us over the next couple of weeks just until things settle down in this area, and then we'll be back to normal again then. But as always guys, take care of yourselves and one another, and I shall see you soon.